Yo, what's Gucci, man? It is your boy Kish coming back with another 2K21 video for you guys. If you learned something new or you found the video useful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for new content, and without further ado, let's get into the video. So in today's video, we're going to be showing you the ultimate Steph Curry build, man, and we're going to be choosing shooting guard. And the reason we're choosing shooting guard is because you get more potential badge upgrades compared to point guard with the attributes I'm going to be showing you guys. So when you think of Steph Curry, what do you think of? You think about playmaking and shooting, man. This guy does all the offensive work for the Golden State Warriors, man. He is a pure offensive machine. So we're going to choose the shooting and playmaking pie chart, and we're going to go for pure speed. Again, when you think of Steph Curry, you think about the fast movements that he has, man. He's all about that speed, so we're going to be choosing the pure speed pie chart. So for attributes, we have 78 close shot and 65 driving dunk, which gives us one finishing badge. So Steph Curry doesn't really focus on finishing at the rim. He doesn't really do many dunks or anything like that. He doesn't really attack the rim. He's all about the shooting and playmaking. So that's what that build's about. But if this build is found in a position where there's no one around him, at least that 65 driving dunk will help him, you know, just finish at the rim. Moving on to shooting, which is the bread and butter of this build, man. If you know Steph, you know he's all about that money, that splash. We've got a 90 mid-range, an 87 3, 90 free throw, and an 83 post fade, which is giving us 25 shooting badges. Moving on to playmaking, we have 88 pass accuracy and 84 ball handle. I will get back to this in a second because of the pro dribble moves, and this is going to give us 20 playmaking badges. Moving on to defending, we have 75 perimeter and lateral, 79 steal, 44 block, 54 offensive rebound, and then 64 defending rebounding, which gives us 8 defensive badges. Like I mentioned before, the body shape doesn't really matter. It all depends on what you think looks best, but for the sake of this video, I'm going to choose define. So moving on to height, we're going to choose 6'3". Steph Curry is 6'3" in real life, but as you can see, the ball handle goes up to 87, and this is so important because you want to unlock those pro dribble moves off rip. In 2K21, you need to have at least 85 ball handle to unlock pro dribble moves, but as you can see, we have 87 as a potential, so we can unlock that off rip. And this also gives us a little bit more speed and acceleration, even though we do lose a little bit on defense and finishing. But the main thing about this build is the shooting and playmaking. So moving on to weight, we're going to go for the lightest. As mentioned before, it's all about that speed with this build. It's all about that offensive presence, so we're going to go for this. For wingspan, we're also going to go for the shortest. As you can see, this gives us a huge boost to our shooting, and we get 1 ball handling. This also gives us 1 strength. Again, we do lose a little bit in defending and finishing, but as mentioned before, the main focus of this build is shooting and playmaking, because you know that's what Steph's all about. For a Steph Curry build, I feel like shot creator is the way forward for takeover, because this allows you to shoot more off dribble and create more shots and opportunities. So we're going to go ahead and build that. And as you can see, we have built a playmaking shot creator, which is pretty much Steph Curry, man. If you know what he's all about playmaking and shooting. So moving on to badges, as you can see, we have 1 finishing, 25 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 8 defending. Now when it comes to badges, I always say to people, it's all about personal preference with the way you want to play. Just bear that in mind, man. I'm only going to be giving you my recommendations, but ultimately it's about the way you want to play. But moving on to my badge recommendations for this build, you do only have 1 finishing, so I'd probably rock that as contact finisher, or you know, pro touch or something like that. I'll probably use contact finisher. For shooting, I definitely recommend you max out range extender and hot zone. Once you get your hot zones and range extender, this is pretty much OP if it's the same as 2K20. Difficult shots as well, and green machine, I think that's a no-brainer. Corner specialist, deadeye, and clutch shooter, I think that's good to have as silver, and then tireless shooter as silver and volume shooter. I feel like range extender and hot zone hunter should definitely be on Hall of Fame in my opinion. Just see what works best for you, but this is what I'm recommending for this build. So moving on to playmaking, I definitely recommend using DEMI, handles for days, quick first steps, buckable, ankle breaker, bailout, handles for days, and quick first step. I definitely recommend you have that on Hall of Fame. People say that DEMI sometimes, you know, screws up for your teammates if you have it on Hall of Fame and it's better for gold, but I've always had it as Hall of Fame because I want to give that maximum potential boost to my teammate. But yeah, you can mix and match badges, man. As I mentioned before, it's all about personal preference. For general is a good option as well if you want to boost your teammates' offensive ratings. But yeah, I'd probably rock something along the lines of this with this build. And moving on to defensive badges, you know what it is, man. Clamps and Intimidator, it's a bread and butter. And then we have 2 more, so probably Pick Dodger Interceptor or like Pick Dodger Silver. But there you guys have it, man, the ultimate Steph Curry build for 2K21. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to new content. It's been your boy Kish, and I'll see you guys in the next one, man. Peace.